Glad to have you back with us today as we explore another OH&S question. One that sounds simple on the surface, but can quietly reshape risk in a workplace without anyone noticing until it is too late. What if a small change in the work today created a major new hazard? You have seen this happen even if nobody names it, because a simple tweak gets made when production is behind, the right tool is missing, a contractor is late, the weather turns, a supervisor tries to help, or someone finds a shortcut that saves 10 minutes. Nothing bad happens right away, which means the change feels validated and starts to look normal, so it becomes the way we do it, even though the controls were designed for the original task, not the new one. Then one extra variable shows up, and the small deviation becomes a serious incident, because the change was never formally reviewed, documented, trained on, or verified in the field, which is the quiet way hazard exposure grows in real workplaces. Tiny changes are dangerous because they feel familiar, so they slip past the brain's alarm system, and people fall back on routine instead of actively scanning for hazards or questioning whether controls still fit. That is how hazard drift happens. The job changes, but the risk assessment, training, and real field behavior do not keep up, which means the gap quietly grows. And controls are not magic. They are design choices with limits. Guards, procedures, and permits only work when the equipment, sequence, staffing, timing, and boundary conditions stay close to what they were designed for. When those assumptions shift, the controls can look fine on paper while doing almost nothing in the real work. Here is a quick story that shows how small changes create big hazards. A crew has a routine for moving materials with a forklift, set route, spotter, clear sightlines, and separation from pedestrians. One day the route is blocked, so a supervisor suggests a short detour behind some racks. It looks harmless, but the detour has worse lighting and a slight slope. The forklift turns, the load shifts, the rear swings wider than expected, and a worker who assumes the old route is still active steps into the path. That is not a freak accident. It is normal work plus a small change that was never assessed, so the controls designed for the original route did not transfer to the detour. Here is the chain to watch for. Work changes. Controls may no longer match reality, which means risk is now unknown, not low. The right move is pause, reassess hazards, confirm controls, communicate the change, and verify it in the field. Some changes should always trigger a quick stop and check, like energy and isolation, chemicals and exposure, work at heights, lifting and rigging, traffic and mobile equipment, and any shift in people, competence, time pressure, or fatigue. When a change shows up mid-job, ask 3 questions. What changed? What hazards did it add or increase? Do our controls still work? Then do the basics and tell everyone affected. Update the hazard assessment in plain language and verify controls in the field, because paperwork without verification leads to repeat incidents. Now for the micro tips to catch small changes before they turn into big hazards. Treat just for today as real change, because temporary workarounds create permanent risk. When the plan shifts, run a 1-minute change check. What changed? What hazards increased? And do controls still work? If you cannot describe the change in one sentence, pause, because vague change hides hazards. Assume controls have limits, because guards, procedures, and permits only work under the conditions they were designed for. If routes, layout, lighting, weather, or ground conditions change, slow down and reset separation, because small shifts amplify interaction and stability hazards fast. If tools, equipment, chemicals, or isolation points change, recheck fit, SDS, and lockout verification, because similar is not equivalent and assumptions fail fast. Do not end with "be careful." Communicate the change, update the hazard assessment, and verify controls in the field, because hope is not a control. If you want OH&S support that improves what actually happens in the field, not just what sits in a binder, visit calgarysafetyconsultants.ca and reach out. We can help you rebuild a speak-up culture by making reporting simple and low friction, so people actually use it instead of avoiding it. We also help you separate good faith reporting from discipline, shift investigations from who did it to what failed, tighten corrective actions with clear ownership and closeout evidence, and add field verification and effectiveness checks, because workers start speaking up again when they see real control improvements, not just promises.